So hi guys, this is RogueSim087. Welcome to my video review of the UAC day-night sights for the Tokyo Marui M&P. Now these sights are relatively new. I believe they retail for around 500 to 550 Hong Kong dollars, which is quite pricey. Like, these sights are quite pricey. I believe that retails for roughly around 65 US dollars, and maybe slightly upwards of that because you guys have to factor in shipping, right? So let's just open the thing. So that's all it comes with. Very nice packaging. And it comes packaged like this. Okay? So just let me cut it open to show you guys the iron sights. So it is very well packaged. You know, the rear iron sight and the front iron sight is actually sealed off very well. So, you know, so they won't get scratched. And this is it. Okay? So that's what the rear iron sight looks like, compared to, you know, sort of similar, like a hook style without the slant sight. Okay, and it comes with its own screws. It's actually very, very nice. They're actually very, very glowy. Okay, now this is the fiber optic, of course. Okay, and this white dot over here is actually tritium. Okay, it actually glows in the dark, and but it doesn't glow all that bright, but it's bright enough. It's actually quite a nice touch, all things considered. Okay, and this is the front. If my big fingers don't get in the way. Come on, get out. Get out. Oh, there we go. So apparently that's what it looks like. I didn't know that it clamps onto the side like this. But okay. Well, we'll make it work. Okay, just a red, and then as you can see, it also has that little tritium thing. The white dot over there. Okay, and then a red fiber optic, which is actually very, very nice. You know, both of these actually glow quite a bit, in my opinion. The front not as it doesn't glow as much as the rear ones, because sort of the green sort of jumps at me a little bit better than the red. Okay, but anyways, that's pretty much it. And now let's look at the texture. Looks perfectly fine. Like, I don't know if you can tell, but the metal work and the coating is actually very, very nicely done. No imperfections that I can tell. Okay, as you can see. A little bit of scratches at the bottom, okay? But that doesn't really matter that much because you don't see it, right? Okay, as you can see, the daylight is actually reflecting off of it a little bit. That's my fingernail, sorry. Let me rub that off. Yeah, okay, very, very clean. Very, very clean finishing. Okay, so now we'll just install it, and then I'll also show you guys what how much these glow in the dark and all that stuff. Okay guys, so this is the installation part of the video, okay? I'm just going to work on it right now. So, no mag, clear, pop the slide off, preserve your hammer spring, take the recoil guide off, barrel off. Okay, now I don't know if you can see in there, but there's like a U-shaped thing. Yep, you can see it, okay? Now all you do is just put your finger on top of it and slip off. Okay, and there we go, it fell right off. Okay, that's the thing that's holding the front iron sight in tension, and you just see it just fell right off. Okay, so that's the front iron sight. Before I install the new ones, I'm gonna give you guys a weigh-in on how much these things weigh. So just give me a second. I'm gonna take the reel off now. No need to take the blowback housing unit out, so therefore. Oh, by the way, I just want to note something. Because some of you guys have was a little bit curious about what's the purpose of this grub screw on top of the iron sight. I'm not sure what it is, but it doesn't prevent the iron sight from swaying left and right. Is because these two screws secured very tightly onto the blowback housing unit already. So therefore, you don't need it. I just need to get the iron sight off. There we go. And it's off. Okay, set that aside. Let's quickly weigh in the sights now, without the screws. Okay. So, the rear iron sight of the stock Tokyo Marui is 8.6 grams. front sight is 1.5 grams. Okay, that means, okay, so in total these two parts are roughly around 10 grams. Okay, 9.9 grams. Same thing, pretty much. Okay, so that's rear of the UAC. 13.1. Heavier. 1.7. So in total, it's actually heavier. Yeah, a couple grams heavier. About 4 grams heavier, 5 grams heavier. You know, I'm rounding up just to, you know. Okay, so it is heavier, but I highly doubt it will affect the cycle because the Marie is so snappy that I don't think we'll have a problem at all. Okay guys, so this is the M&P with the day-night sights installed. The UAC day-night sights, okay? So they glow out quite a bit. I don't know if you can tell, the rear is really, really glowy. Like it's literally jumping right back into my eyes. Like it's really cool. And the red, now that I look at the red and the green, it's contrast. Actually contrasts quite well. I do have to say, like when you're actually looking at it, it's actually quite distinctive. Okay? And you see these little white dots over here? A little white dot over there and a little white dot in the front iron sight. Okay, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like right now in the dark. Okay, so I don't know if you can see the tritiums. They should be glowing ever so slightly. It's very difficult for you to see. Okay guys, so this is pretty much it for the video. So these sights, so far they actually work very, very well for me. I can shoot a little bit more accurate with them just because I find these sights to be very, very well leveled, very easy to pick up. Although I do have to say one bad thing though, at night, like these little tiny dots with the tritium, like they're just not very glowy. They are a nice touch, they do glow, you can see them, but they're somewhat hard to pick up. The one thing I do find very useful though is that in the darkness, is you can keep track of where your pistol is going like this, because that little dot actually glows just enough that you can keep track of it, which is sometimes useful. Like in Hong Kong, we actually have a lot of sites that are just complete 100% darkness sometimes, so having something like this is quite useful for me. So yeah, that's pretty much the goods and bads. Oh, and I do want to note one more bad thing. Okay, now I am not too familiar with UAC. I do have a couple of UAC products that obviously, as you can see in my channel, but the coating, you know when I mentioned that the coating on this appears to be perfect? I just nicked mine a little bit, and the coating came right off. I don't know if you can tell, it's right there somewhere. It's very hard for you to see on camera, but it's right there. You go. See right there? It just came right off. Okay, and to be honest, it wasn't even much of a bump. It was just like I picked it off the table and accidentally. Like, you know, it's a wood table. I don't know if you can tell. It's just a regular wood table, and the coating just came right off, very clean. Now let's look at the front. The front, I also front is also okay. You know, now that I look at, like, it's very, very hard for you to see, but the coating, in my opinion, is coming off a little quite easily, in my opinion. And here's just a quick view of what the top looks like now. It's very hard for you to see. I don't know if you can tell, some of the edges of the metal have some of their coating coming off ever so slightly. Very little bit, but I wonder if this will get worse over time. But basically, I haven't even gamed this yet. You know, I fired it at home a couple of times, but yeah, but that's about it. Okay, and you know, it doesn't affect the cycling rate of this thing because this thing is a beast on its own. Okay, so definitely not a problem. Okay, the rate doesn't, but it's just, you know, overall the finishing on the sight, maybe it needs a little bit of touch of finishing work, better coating, but other than that, that's pretty much it for the review. So thank you guys for watching. Please let me know what you think. Please feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. I also have a Facebook page that you can follow. Peace, guys.